Today I'm showing you guys the new biggest screen window jump shot for every position in NBA 2K22 next gen and current gen. So without wasting any more time, this is the current gen biggest screen window jump shot as of right now. You guys can see it's base 109, release 1 40% Kevin Durant, and release 2 60% Paul George. Now you could click off the video right now if you wanted to, but I'd recommend sticking around because this might not be the best jump shot for you. For this reason, I'm going to be giving you guys multiple jump shots, and for every single jump shot, I'm going to be explaining what builds and playstyles I would recommend using that jump shot for. This specific jump shot is obviously the biggest screen window current gen jump shot. And this jump shot I would recommend for spot ups and lockdown builds. You can run this jump shot on a guard if you want to, but in my opinion, it's probably too slow. However, I do think this is going to be super good for spot ups, since if you are a spot up, you don't need a super fast jump shot, and plus this jump shot is rewarding. What I pretty much mean by this jump shot is rewarding is you get a boost for timing it correctly. This is super helpful for spot ups since you should probably know your jump shot like the back of your hand, and many lockdowns don't have a high 3-point rating anyways, so that boost will help you a ton to shoot consistently. Plus, this thing is great off the catch, and you can really run this on any build. It's just super versatile and super easy to green since that's such a big green window. So next, for the cue of this jump shot. If you guys don't know what a cue is, it's pretty much something that indicates to you when to release square. So basically you can just time your jump shot correctly. What I recommend doing is start by looking at the ball. The ball pretty much comes back and then behind your player's head before accelerating towards the basket. So for this cue, you're going to want to release square when you see the ball change directions, like when it stops going backwards and starts accelerating towards the basket. And right at this point where the ball is not moving, go ahead and release square. If you're still a bit confused, what I pretty much do is just aim to release square right here. All around, this is a great jump shot for all builds, and as I said, it's going to be especially good for spot up builds. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say for the biggest screen window current gen jump shot. And now we're going to be moving on to next gen, but first, please like and subscribe. That's pretty much all I had to say. So next is going to be a next gen jumper for guards and spot ups. And this jumper is going to be base 110 with release 113 and release 2 148 and 75-25 blending. This jump shot, of course, has a massive green window, and for this reason, it's super easy to green. Additionally, this is also a super fast jump shot, which makes it very easy to get off, even if you only have a little bit of space. And since it is super fast and also has a giant green window, it's kind of a unique jump shot. Most jump shots are usually one or the other, and very rarely are both, and this pretty much just makes this jump shot especially elite. Now, you do have to be shorter than 6'10" to use this jump shot. But even with that being said, it's still super good, and it's going to work for all builds under 6'10". It's super good off the catch, so for this reason, it's going to be good for spot ups, and as well, it's super good off the dribble, which is an amazing jump shot for guards. In fact, this is one of my most used jump shots on my guard build, so definitely try this thing out. This base 110 jump shot works from everywhere on the floor, is good with or without meter, and two kind of unique things about this jump shot is that it's surprisingly good with delay, and for some reason it's just harder to contest, like the numbers are just lower. The one and only downside of this jump shot is that it's not super good for low 3-point builds. Most people in next gen do have a pretty high 3-point rating since it's super easy to make a build that can do everything in this game. And since you have to be shorter than 6'10" to use this jump shot anyways, I think you're probably fine to use this jump shot. Just don't have like a super weird build with a 63-pointer. So next, onto the cue of this jumper. This is going to be very similar to the previous one. What you're going to want to do is start by looking at the ball, of course, and the ball moves in a very similar motion, going backwards and then accelerating forwards. As far as when you release square, you're pretty much going to want to do the exact same thing you did with the previous jumper. Just release square when the ball comes all the way back, so pretty much just like right here. All around, this is a great next gen jump shot that's good for all builds, and it's also super fast and just really easy to green. Now, before I hop into the big man jump shots on both next gen and current gen, I feel like I have to throw in one quick current gen jump shot. Since the first current gen jump shot was kind of slow, I feel like I have to throw in one fast current gen jump shot in this video. And for this jump shot, I'd recommend using base Lonzo Ball with release 1 Kobe Bryant and release 2 Rudy with 50-50 blending. This jump shot is honestly very underrated and absolutely elite. Just like the previous jump shot, it's fast and also has a massive green window, and plus it's super smooth. This thing is really good off the dribble, and for some reason is especially good from deep. Plus this jump shot is also quite difficult to contest, and since it is so fast, so difficult to contest, and super good from deep, this jump shot is a nightmare to guard. Plus, this jump shot is good from everywhere on the floor and will work for all builds under 6'10", but since this jump shot is super good off the dribble and it's quite fast, it's probably the best for guards. This jump shot is super easy to learn and great for beginners, and it's also very consistent. I don't really have those days where I can't shoot at all or can only shoot from certain places, and even if it's laggy, I can still green fairly consistently. Also, this jump shot works with or without meter, but if you aren't using meter, you need to know the cue of this jumper. For this cue, you're going to want to start by, of course, looking at the ball. You see the ball, just like the previous jump shots, come up and above your player's head before accelerating towards the basket. What I usually do is release square after the ball's come back and after it starts moving towards the basket. A really easy way to think about it is look at the space between your player's head and your player's hand, and then once there's kind of a little gap, go ahead and release square, so pretty much just like right here. All around, this is a great current gen specific jump shot, especially for guards on current gen. Now, we don't need a fast next gen jump shot since 110 was already super fast, so without further ado, let's hop into a big man next gen jump shot. For the jump shot, this is going to be base Anthony Davis with release 1 Kobe Bryant and release 2 John Wall with 70-30 bunding. This is a big man jump shot that works for restricted jump shot bases and is also really consistent and really good if you have delay. It's also quite good off the catch, which is in my opinion very important for big man jump shots, since whether you're pick and popping or just sitting corner, that's going to be important no matter what. The jump shot, of course, has a pretty big green window and is super smooth. It's also just super easy to pick up and learn, making this a great beginner's jump shot. Plus, one more thing is that this jump shot is good for low 3-point builds in my opinion. Although one downside is that it's not super fast, which is kind of normal for a big man build. So on to the cue of this jump shot. For this cue, you're going to want to start by looking at your player's arms, and you're going to want to wait until you see your player's arms start to swing towards the basket. And then once it does start swinging towards the basket, go ahead and release square like right here. All around, this is just a great big man jumper on next gen. So now, of course, I got to give you guys a current gen big man jump shot. And for this jump shot, I recommend using base Giannis Antetokounmpo, 85% Michael Jordan, and 15% Larry Bird. This, of course, works if you have restricted jump shot bases and is great for all big man builds. Whether that be poppers, corner sitters, or even point forwards, pretty much anything will work. There's actually a kind of fast big man jump shot, but it is going to feel like normal speed since if you're taller, 2K slows down your jump shot speed. It's also really smooth and really easy to get off and is also quite consistent. Plus, the jump shot's going to work from everywhere on the floor, and at least for me, I had a lot of immediate success with this jump shot, which pretty much means this was a really easy jump shot to learn and master, so it's going to be good for beginners. There's really no downside of this jump shot, it's going to be good all around. So next, onto the cue of this jumper. What you're going to want to do is look at either of your player's arms, and you're pretty much going to want to release square when you see these arms start to extend towards the basket. Like right when it breaks, say 90 degrees, you're going to want to release square, so like right here. And yeah, this is a great big man current gen jump shot. I just gave you guys a ton of different jump shots on both current and next gen. I hope at least one of these do help you guys out. If they did, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. There's 3 videos on the screen right now. Click one of them. You might find it entertaining or just enjoyable. Like, comment, subscribe, go follow me on Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.